never want a serious crisis to go to waste. And what I mean by that, it's an opportunity to do things that you think you could not do before.
Never waste a good crisis. And when it comes to the economic crisis, don't waste it.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event. And now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. We all know this channel is shadow banned. Now, guys, in my Patreon, I keep you up to date with the New World Order events, and then also I give you the New World Order cryptos. But, of course, you have to do your own research. But, guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And guys, we have Bitcoin and crypto pulling back, of course, on the news of the Cftc suing Binance. And guys, you know I told you the Binance movie was definitely coming. I just did a video last night about this. And I'm going to touch on this later on in the video. But guys, we know it's definitely a distraction. Now, we had Bitcoin drop all the way down to 26,600 before making a slight recovery. We also had XRP been pumping over the last 7 days about 20%. But guys, we know anytime we're getting a crypto distraction, something big is around the corner. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget we have quarterly futures ending on Friday. So make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We had yield rates slightly rose off those lows, but we did have the dollar get pushed down. And then, of course, guys, we have volume, which is very low, Tether, USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at 2.2 trillion, and we know the central banks are raising rates and running off the balance sheet. But guys, we don't have to worry about them in April. But the back half of this year, the last 6 months, guys, is going to be a roller coaster ride. You're definitely going to think you're in a movie, because we're definitely seeing positions being made and the drums are beating. Now, also, guys, a lot of you asked me to do a video on the dollar. I'm definitely going to do the second video discussing the dollar and a little bit about gold. But gold has a long history, you know it's manipulated. But I'm definitely going to touch on those two in the second video. Now, we have Hong Kong crypto firms are seeing interest from China bankers. And guys, like I told you, China is using Hong Kong as an extension to be in the digital economy, but on the mainland still keeping control. So it's like the mainland is the corporation and Hong Kong is the straw man. And for all those years that China was controlling the Bitcoin hash rate, no one talks about where all that Bitcoin went. Now, guys, we know Janet Yellen has been working overtime. We have First Citizen snaps up SVB, and the branches will open up on Monday. So, guys, remember, you're watching nothing but a movie. It's the consolidation movie for the fourth industrial revolution. Now, guys, we have G7 will push the tighter global crypto regulation. And, guys, remember, crypto is global. That's the reason why we see Coinbase going over to Brazil. And guys, we know Brazil is part of the BRICS nations. And we know the BRICS nations are moving towards their own little economy with the United States on the outside. So that would make no sense for a United States publicly traded company. And we know all of our big corporations are over in China. We know the fourth industrial revolution is rising in the emerging markets. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, don't forget we have Grayscale sitting about $23.5 billion. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have Michael Saylor's Microstrategy repays Silvergate's loan and buys 6.5 thousand Bitcoin. And guys, when it says Microstrategy, it should say Morgan Stanley. And you know I've done plenty of videos on Michael Saylor and Microstrategy. But guys, I put the numbers here. Only thing you have to do is look at the numbers. This company was bleeding money before Michael Saylor became the Bitcoin spokesperson and definitely after. Now, we have Coinbase wants developers to build inflation-pegged Flatcoins on its new base network. And guys, we know CBDCs, stable coins, that's the reason why it's called stable. That's what they're for. And we know once tokenization takes over the economy, we're going to go through hyper deflation. And we know the NWO plays the Hegelian dialectic. Yes, everyone's talking about inflation. Yes, inflation is here. But guys, once the robots, algorithms, and drones take over, that's going to take all this inflation out. And that's the reason why Cathie Woods always talks about deflation. The machines are going to take over the economy, and the sheep are going inside the metaverse. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And guys, speaking of Cathie Woods, she buys more Coinbase and Block. Now we have DYDX set to launch private testnet of its Cosmos-based blockchain. Also, we have Binance launches new regional hub in Georgia. And guys, we know Binance is going to keep ticking away because remember, they're focused on the emerging markets. CZ had already said this. He wasn't worried about the laws in the United States. Remember, guys, you're watching a movie. Now, guys, we also have Binance Bitcoin trading volume its lowest levels in 8 months following termination of zero free trading. And guys, I went over this also last night telling you that the retail investor has been sitting on the sideline. Those who've been moving the market are the whales. And lastly, guys, we have the Cftc sues Binance and CZ for knowingly offering unregistered crypto derivative products in the United States against federal law. And guys, we know the Cftc is definitely wrong. We know that Binance restricts you from getting onto their site unless you happen to use other measures. And if you have an employee that's telling people to use other measures, there's no way, guys, you can watch that. There's not someone in the upper part of management telling someone to do this. And the Cftc knows this. But just by the Cftc coming out and saying they're suing Binance, we know it's going to have an effect on the price. And also, people are going to get scared, and what are they going to do? Start to move money off of Binance. And that's exactly what they want. And also in the United States, even though United States citizens don't use Binance, they're just hearing more negative news on crypto. So while they're taking this legacy system down, they can blame crypto. Even though we know that these digital assets, blockchain is the future, the masses don't. They don't understand. But guys, the irony in this is so funny. Because remember what the bank man was working on with the Cftc. That's right, guys, derivatives. Derivatives put on blockchain being ran by an algorithm. You cannot make this stuff up. Remember, guys, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality. I give you the truth, none but the truth. Yes, the truth hurts, but it sets you free. And remember, the crypto teacher told you because he knows. When it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID 33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.